Welcome to another episode of Out of the Pods. I'm Deepti.
And I'm Natalie. And we are in Deepti's apartment. I swear to God, it's winter up in here. Why is it so cold?
Well, I don't like the heat. I go from AC to AC, baby. I keep it at 68 at all times. Is that
68?
Weird? Yeah.
I feel like it's weird.
I have to. First of all, I can't sleep if it's not 68. Like if a fan's not going. Like if it's winter and it's like 10 degrees out, my fan will still be on.
You are joking.
No, I'm serious.
During the winter time, I will adjust, like, because I won't turn on the heat because, you know, I'm frugal AF.
I was literally about to say that you're so frugal that you're like, what's the most cost-effective temperature?
No, literally, that's me. And I was like, how do I, like, you know, like conserve energy up in this joint? So like in the wintertime, like I will sleep in like 67, 68 because it gets pretty cold. I'm on the like 40th floor of an apartment building, our apartment building. So like my place gets chilly and it's floor to ceiling window. So it gets extra chilly.
It does get chilly.
But then in the summertime, I will let my apartment get to like 75 degrees.
That
sometimes
so
78.
miserable.
I will sit in there so that my body adjusts. So when I like walk outside, I'm not like, it doesn't feel that hot, you know?
Yeah, I understand because you're like letting your body acclimate, but I'm like, nope. Because wherever I'm going, I hope there's an AC. Honestly, that's crazy. You know what? This adds up though, because every time we're filming at your apartment, plus we have lights up too, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like fucking burning in that bit.
Well, we have to turn off the AC because the ones in our apartment building are so loud. They sound like a ghost. They're like, woo.
Yeah. And weirdly, I've adjusted to that noise. And if I don't have it, like I can't fall asleep. No, I need the fan noise. People are like that? You need a fan noise or
like
white noise.
Yeah. Thank you for that explanation, I suppose. I can't wait to go back to my apartment. That's a cool, nice, and like comfortable 75.
That sounds miserable. Please
cool.
hang out with me. Dude, I've been you know who Billie Eilish is, right?
Yeah, of course.
So she just came out with a new album and
it's so good.
It's so good. This entire morning I've been blasting it and just, you know, cleaning whatever, and it made me think about how she did a shout out to me back in the day.
Oh, you talked about this on the podcast.
Dude, I am going back this October to Chicago. Like she's coming to Chicago and I am so excited and I'm hoping for another shout out from Billie.
You're gonna tag her 20 times. She's like, I'm not reposting this bitch again. So if you guys don't know, Billie Eilish reposted Deepti's story and she was like, Deepti, with like a smiley face.
It was like a little crying face.
So Billie Eilish watched her season of Love is Blind.
Honestly.
I wonder what she thought about Shake.
She probably clearly hates him. And then especially with this new album, she like is very much talking about her sexuality and she's into women. She's like, I could eat that girl for lunch. And I'm like, oh, Billie. So we're getting like a really vulnerable Billie.
That's what I say to my salad. I was like, I could eat you.
Wait.
When I'm cutting up my tomatoes, I was like, ha ha ha. I was like, about to eat you. But do you ever talk to your food?
No. But I do talk to plants.
Like you pretend your food has like feelings. So when I'm like chopping up like some tomatoes, I'm like, I'm about to eat you. Little baby tomatoes.
That's sinister. That's actually really sinister.
Wait, no one does this. This has to be normal.
That's not normal.
Like, you know when you like keep yourself entertained?
Yeah.
Like when I cut up some carrots, I'm like, ha ha.
Yeah, if you're 5, you are 31, ma'am.
32. I'm
sorry, 32. You're welcome. See, look at me. That was a great
Do I
compliment.
look 31 though?
You do. You look 25.
You don't do that for real?
No, that's the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Like when you put little pasta shells in boiling water, you're like, hoo, hoo, hoo.
No, absolutely
You like
not.
act like you are a monster and you're putting, you know, like if pot. Okay.
Yeah, I think you need
Is this weird?
No, it's not weird. I think it's kind of.
No, I know. But is this like, you know, like saying something about me like psychologically?
It is.
Like I'm unwell.
Yeah, a little bit. I was about to tell you need to get out of your apartment and you need to make some new friends.
I have no friends that I talk to my food.
I mean, please don't make any new friends and be like, I can't wait to cut you up. I don't think
like when I cut the tomatoes to put into like, you know, with the lettuce like into the bowl, I'm always like, you're joining your friends.
The funniest part about this
not
story,
like out loud, but in my mind, I'm not like that crazy, but in my mind, I'm like concocting a story.
Got it. It's internal
about how I'm about to eat these live, fruits and vegetables.
Okay, because I literally just pictured you at your kitchen, like talking to your veggies, be like, I can't wait to cut you up and eat. Like,
no, that voice is what happens in my head. Because that'd be weird if I just said it out loud. And sometimes going back to like being kind of crazy, I pretend I'm on a cooking show. Do you ever do that?
That I love.
I pretend I'm like Martha Stewart.
No, honestly.
And I was like, this is my favorite dish. Even though I'm making it for the first time, I'd be like, I've been making this since I was 12.
And again, this is all internal dialogue, or is this
sometimes some words come out.
No, me and my mom used to watch cooking shows all the time growing up. So that was my favorite thing ever. I was like, oh my God, I want my own cooking show.
Oh yeah, I thought I could be Rachel Ray. I remember watching that woman and being like, Rachel, I'm coming for your job. And I was like 10 years old.
I like that. I like that ambition.
Look at me now.
Yeah, look at you now.
Rachel, watch out. This podcast is the step for me to take her job. Is she even on Food Network anymore?
I don't think so, but she does like so many celebrity, like, I don't, who watches the Food Network anymore? Like, I feel like no one watches cable.
Yeah, that's true. I don't even have cable.
Same.
I don't even watch TV.
I realized I pay for YouTube TV, but I barely watch it. But just in case there's like a sporting event or like a award ceremony, I'm like, I don't want to be scrambling to figure out where I go watch it. So I'm like, I need that.
Is this going to get me in trouble?
What?
You don't do like the free trial over and over again?
But like, how many new email addresses can I have?
Unlimited.
I know, just
unlimited infinity in my book.
Yeah.
I probably have 16.
You're such a little scammer. No, I love a good free trial. That's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
But I just don't want to keep track of all those email addresses. I think it's too much for me.
So what I do is, I won't say the email address I use, but I just change the last number.
Oh.
So it's like 1, 2, 3, and then you go to 16, 17, 18. I'm sure I'm going to go up to 100.
Oh my God.
Is that so bad?
It seems
and you
so
could
inconvenient.
always delete an email. Like you could get rid of it. So it's not like you're like an email address hogger.
Yeah, but you always have
you're
to
not
provide.
hoarding all these emails.
Yeah, but you always have to provide a credit card. And I'm like, that's too much effort.
For an email?
My purse is way over. No, when you do a free trial.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, you know
see,
what?
That's where you got me because I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm not getting up.
I mean, look, I will get up for the $9.99 I'm going to save.
Okay, well.
But I'm pretty sure YouTube TV, or what is it called?
Yeah, it's YouTube TV.
Isn't that $49 a month?
Something like that. But I also let my parents.
That's so crazy.
I know, but I let my parents use it. So as long as somebody in the family is using it, I'm like, cool. Because they came up with this new thing because my brother was the one paying for it. But it's like, you're not in your location. And I'm like, well, duh, he's in Texas. I'm over here. So,
oh my God, capitalism. That's why you need to scheme the system, man.
See, that's why YouTube
capitalism.
is smart. Yeah, we don't like capitalism.
Yeah, I don't. It hurts my soul, the fact that, oh my gosh, I went to Whole Foods and I had to pay $3 for a cucumber.
Was it organic?
Yes, an organic English cucumber.
I love that.
But I was like, why? Why has it gotten to this point? Our ancestors would be like, $3 for a cucumber?
It's because we live in the concrete jungle. If we lived, like, for example, my parents live in the burbs. They have so much like fresh stuff growing. They have like
where?
Like at their house. They have like a little garden. You can like grow your own things. I mean, they're not growing English cucumbers.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, when they go to Whole Foods to buy one, it's going to be $3. Actually, it's $3.99.
Yeah.
That shook me to my core. I put that cucumber back. I was like, you know what? I don't even need this cucumber. I was like, it's not even worth it.
No,
it was crazy. That's
what sucks about America in general right now is that like processed foods like is so much cheaper than fresh foods.
Like
it's like expensive to be healthy. It's annoying.
Like instant ramen was 99 cents. So did I buy that instead? Yeah. And did I eat that for dinner instead of my cucumbers? Hell yeah, I did.
I have the funniest story for you.
Yes, tell me.
Okay, so I was talking to my guy friend.
I better laugh so hard at this story.
Okay, like lower your expectations because the way I deliver it, I'm not sure. But okay, tell me why I was talking to him. And he is like out there in these streets dating. He's like a little flirty butterfly, I would say.
Oh, I've seen.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Tell me why this man, the other day, we were talking about relationships. And I'm like, hey, like, why aren't you like in relationships? Like, clearly you find really wholesome, good girls.
Yeah,
like,
he's really good looking.
Yeah.
He is vivacious.
If I hear you say vivacious one more time, I will lose it.
I use that word very sparingly though. But he is very like vivacious and charismatic, very good looking.
Nothing about this man.
He was on a Facebook group called Are We Dating the Same
Are
People?
we? Yeah. And then he got so excited because it was a positive thing on there.
Yeah.
He goes, look at me, I'm wholesome as hell.
Someone posted his photo on in this Facebook group. I don't know exactly what it's called. Is it Are We Dating the Same
Are we dating the same guy?
Okay.
And it's Chicago based.
And people are like, no, but he is so hot. Like, oh my gosh, like so good looking. And he was thrilled about it. He was like showing off about it.
So thrilled.
But he's a good looking guy. If I'm just setting the stage for you guys.
Yeah.
For
no, he's a good guy. And that's why I'm always like, bro, date this girl. Like, she's so cute. And she's like, would get along with your family so well, blah, blah, blah. And he told me the reason why he would never date her is because she has a dog. And normally he's not like I'm not a dog guy. Like, he loves dogs. But this man is like a clean freak. Like, everything in his apartment is spotless. Anytime we come over, like, shoes off at the front door. Every time we leave, he's like Swiffering and cleaning and disinfecting everything. So he's like that type of dude.
Shoes off at the front door. He sounds Asian.
No, that's why I was like so like surprised when he told me that, because I'm like, yeah, we as Asians do not wear 100%. Shoes in the house. But Americans love to do that shit. Like, one of my other girlfriends, she'll wear shoes on the couch, on the bed. And I'm like, this is like against my culture, like against my tradition.
Okay, you're
this
totally
is illegal.
Right. Okay, I don't mean to be like stereotypical right now or generalize on, race or ethnicity.
Yeah.
But I will say a lot of my white friends allow shoes in the house.
Yeah. And that's your prerogative. Do whatever you want.
But
in this household, nope. And same with my friend. And he goes, okay, one time she came over with her dog, and already I was paranoid, freaking out, because he's like has his paws everywhere running around. And then apparently he shut the bedroom door so the dog couldn't come inside, because he's like, there's no chance in hell the dog is going to be on the bed. Which I do not agree with that. But anyways, so apparently the dog was like trying to get in and started scratching the door, and he owns his place. So he's like, he was pissed. He was livid when he woke up the next day. And after that, he was just like, yeah, I'm done. I don't think I can ever see you again.
You are kidding. What the heck?
I lost my cool. I was like, get him not a crate, but like maybe like a little playpen area or something. And he goes, no, it's a non-negotiable for me. I was like, that's insane.
Okay, I want to call him insane, but ooh, I hate saying this. I feel like this podcast makes me look so bad, but I'm just going to say it. I'm like that too.
I know you are. That's why I feel like you would resonate with this.
Like, guys, I'm so bad that if there's someone I don't know in my home, which there has been. Remember, one time I was hanging out with Deepti's friends, and they were with a friend that I had never met before.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they all ended up at my place.
I know how. I kind of orchestrated that.
Deepti was like, everyone come over to my place. And she goes, oh, do you mind if we go to Natalie's? She's a few floors up.
This is so bad. And I know some of my friends listen, so sorry about this. But literally, they were on the way up to my floor. And I was like, go to Natalie's. And they're knocking on my door. And I'm sitting here silently. I was like, do not come in. Do not come in. I was like, go to
Isn't
Natalie's.
that so terrible? And then I'm literally taking a shit, and someone's like, boom, 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 boom. And I was like so scared. And I was just like quietly sitting on my toilet being like, you know, when you're like, scared.
Are the cops here?
I was like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, that was bad. My bad.
And then I come out. I was like, hello. And my door was unlocked, and they just barged in as I'm taking a shit.
Oh my gosh.
And I got so scared.
Oh no.
But then I heard their voices, and I was like, oh, it's Deepti's annoying ass friends. I was like, nothing to worry about here. I was like,
hey, they're your friends too now. We're in this together, bitch.
Look, for like, just simplifying the storytelling, I'm just trying to make it like clear. Yeah. Anyway, so there's a friend I didn't know. This is so horrible for me to admit. But because I wasn't sure if he's someone who washes his hands often after he uses the bathroom,
oh my gosh,
I was so conscious to see where he was touching. Like I was like, okay, he touched my refrigerator handles. Okay, he opened one of my drawers. And in my head, I'm like, I have to disinfect those areas when they all leave.
That is so funny. That's exactly how my friend is too. That's why he doesn't take any chances because there's so many of us all the time. And that's our meeting spot. He cleans the entire apartment every Sunday morning because we leave Saturday night-ish. So every Sunday morning, he's like, I know you touched everything in here. He cleans everything. That's actually so crazy that you did that.
Is that so crazy?
That's wild.
I don't know what's wrong with my brain. I mean, I kind of do, but like, no, that's how my brain works.
That's actually.
Yeah. It's so, and literally when you guys all left, I know I got a few drinks with you guys, but when I came back home, I cleaned everything. Like places where I know you guys didn't even step, but I was like, maybe all the spit like from everyone talking like kind of settled into places.
That is how do you live life? Because
I don't.
Your brain is just
I'm
like
crazy.
Yeah, you're like, I don't need friends. That's why she talks to her vegetables.
And you know where I got this from? My dad. My dad is the same exact way. His brain works the same exact way. The thing is, he's never shared the way his brain works.
Yeah.
And I told him about it and he goes, oh my gosh, I feel so bad because my brain works the same way.
Yeah.
And he goes, did I do this to you?
No.
Like, he feels like it's a curse.
No, I'm sure he like growing up, you probably watched his behaviors and like kind of like followed suit. And plus, yeah, your brain is probably wired that way too. So you're like, oh, yep, I'm cleaning everything just like dad.
Is that it's like nuts. Okay, that's so crazy. He's like that.
Yeah.
But I'm like that too.
No.
A pet is a deal breaker for me.
Yeah, I think honestly, if you can't love someone's pet the way they love them, get out of that relationship.
Yeah, because you can never have a potential partner choose you or the pet.
Exactly. Because
it's like
they're babies.
It's like loving a stepchild.
Yes.
Like if you can't love that stepchild like your own, you got to get out.
Honestly, exactly. And I think
what would I know?
It comes in a package deal.
Yeah.
And I just know like having a dog, or I know he doesn't live with me right now, but having a dog, like if someone didn't like Pixel, I would be like, I don't like you, bro. Like, get the fuck out, and I never want to see you again. Like, it's that serious.
So what excuse did he use?
He just slow faded.
Oh my God.
A little bit ish. Because like they weren't like in a relationship or anything. They were just in the talking stages.
Yeah.
And so when he brought the dog, or when she brought the dog over, that's when he was like, I don't think I can do this anymore.
Like, you're not wifey material anymore. Okay, I feel like it would have been so much better if he just told her, like, hey, like, it's your dog for slow fading. Because then she's like, what's wrong with me?
Yeah. You know what? There's a lot of layers to this friend. I'm like, he definitely, I try to tell him that, but he's like, nah, that's not worth my time. But you know what? I think it's so funny. Maybe we'll do a segment in the future on the pod and ask our pod besties, like, what are some crazy reasons you've broken up with somebody? I think that would be so funny to hear. People are petty. People are so petty.
Oh, yeah.
People will break up over the way someone breathes at night. I could imagine that people will probably break up with me as soon as they see that I wear mouth tape. They'll be like, I mean, I want
to end our friendship over that too.
It's good for my health and improves my sleeping.
Yeah, it also makes you look like literally an Avenger. We always talk about Nutrafol on this podcast. Since Deepti and I both take it, we tend to see more hair shedding and thinning when stressed. So that's why we take Nutrafol. And at some point for us too, menopause will impact our hormones and possibly our hairlines. So what I love about Nutrafol is that when it comes to thinning hair, there are so many root causes at play, and Nutrafol addresses them through a multi-targeted whole body approach.
Yes, like you said, Natalie, I use Nutrafol consistently, and I've been using it for almost 2 years now. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement, with over 1 million people seeing thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding. And I just love the fact that there's no prescription or a doctor's visit required.
So take the first step to visibly thicker, healthier hair. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code OOTP.
Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and hairstylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code OOTP.
That's Nutrafol.com, promo code OOTP. I feel like we have to talk about this, but the Ashley Madison documentary that is on Netflix right now,
Dude.
Deepti asked me to watch it. And you guys know, like, I don't watch shows, but this one was crazy.
It was so good. First of all, when I first texted you about it, you're like, isn't that thing that happened a while ago? And it's so funny, but I didn't hear anything about it until this documentary came out.
Yeah, so I heard about it when I was in middle school or high school, but it was this huge hacking scandal that happened with the site Ashley Madison, which was this dating site for married people.
Oh, so crazy. Their tagline is what? Life is short, have an affair.
Yeah, so it's crazy. But so the reason why I had heard about it is because 2 of my classmates' dads were exposed for being on that site.
That's, oh my God, I kind of got chills from that.
Yeah.
That sucks.
So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, someone hacked this site and you were able to look up who belonged to the site, signed up for the site that allows you to have affairs with other married people secretly.
Yeah. And it's insane because it was such an impactful hack, probably the most impactful in history of hacking, because everyone was on a witch hunt because they're like, ooh, let me find out about my neighbors, like my friends' dads. Like, so they just would like, and there was what, I think by the end of it, 36 million users, which is such a big population of people.
That is crazy.
No, that's insane to me. And I was thinking about it and like, it sucks because watching the documentary, I realized people don't want to end their marriage. They just want extracurricular activities on the side.
One of the couples that are highlighted in this documentary where the husband used Ashley Madison and cheated.
Yeah.
You know, he talks about how he's like, I just went because I was like bored and wanted just like attention. So he's chatting with all these women.
Yeah.
And it's like he's trying to build some sort of like get some emotional attention.
So that's the thing. He said too, he was like, yes, it was for attention, but this guy, the Christian dad,
he was a Christian dad.
He was a Christian dad, and it was like a Christian couple. That's the image that they portrayed on social media as well, because they had like a little bit of a following.
Oh,
they
yeah,
were doing
I think that they had a platform.
Yeah, they
YouTube.
were doing vlogs and stuff like that. So people were like so bought into them and their lifestyle and everything they stood for. But then you find out this dad is on this site, and he was like, honestly, once I got the social media platform, I stopped using Ashley Madison because he wanted to feel loved or like wanted the attention.
Sick.
So I was like, ooh, yeah. But can I tell you the plot twist of that story? And sorry if this is a spoiler. So spoiler alert. But at the end of it, she forgave him. The wife forgave him. And they're still together to this day. And I was like, wow. Crazy. But honestly, I feel like the human psychology behind having an affair or cheating is so interesting to me, because obviously I've been cheated on, and I did come from a place of understanding with him. And I was like, oh, like I understand why you did this, because our relationship was going X, Y, and Z way, right?
Or and also because he's a weak man.
Yeah, honestly, yes, because he was insecure. He was, list
weak
all
man,
the things.
Needs some validation, has no morals.
Truly. But there's this side of me that understands it. I think it's fucked up beyond belief, but I'm like, there's probably so many secrets that people like have.
See, I don't understand cheaters.
I know you do not.
No, I just don't. Because it takes a lot of steps to get to cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about Ashley Madison.
It's very premeditated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have to sign up for the site. You have to put your credit card information in. You have to start swiping on women, start chatting with them. For this site, for Ashley Madison, you had to, I think, get credits to chat with different women.
Yep.
You got to get their number, meet up with them, like all this stuff. And it's like, that's not one mistake. That's like 1,000 mistakes that led to the ultimate like betrayal for me. So I want to be understanding. Like, I get the reasons why people say they cheated when they reflect back, but I'm like, I think that you have to be super weak and not respect your partner to cheat.
Right. The harder thing to do is when you're having feelings like, of stepping out of your marriage to stop yourself from doing it and seek therapy or seek help or talk to your spouse and be like, this is what I'm feeling. Instead, when you betray somebody, break their trust and go behind their back, that's the fucked up part. It's not that you're having feelings that, hey, I want to have exciting sex with somebody else. Yeah, that's kind of human nature, considering there's 36 million people who signed up for this site. So it's crazy. Clearly a common thing, but it's how you handle it. You're right. It's like you are weak if you're going to buy into it. You're strong if you're like, oh, like I want to do this, but I know that I can't, you know? It's it's crazy. Honestly, what's even more fucked up about this whole situation is the fact that this company duped them so much. Half the time they said they were just talking to bots or employees of Ashley Madison because not enough women signed up. There was this woman who got interviewed for the documentary, and she's like an adult film star, and randomly she would see men just coming up to her at the strip club that she worked at, and they would just be like, here's some flowers. And she's like, what the hell? Like, and since it happened so frequently, she's like, why are you guys coming to me? Like, what is this from? And she goes, aren't I talking to you on Ashley Madison? And she's like, no, I'm not on Ashley Madison. So they like duped everyone.
That is so crazy.
Oh, it's a huge scandal.
Okay, so actually, I had to report this Facebook page. Someone was using my photos and like talking to men, like scamming men, trying to like get them to pay. Yeah. Because I had men. Did I ever tell you about this?
No, I don't think you did.
Okay. It was like very, like, it wasn't a big deal, but this is when the show came out. It was probably like a few months after our season came out. But I had men messaging me being like, oh, like, finally I'm able to find out who you are, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, what's your address? I want to send you this thing. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? God. Like, you know how we get it anyways, where there's like some men being like, are you looking for your sugar
daddy? You want to be my sugar baby? Whatever.
I was getting like 500 messages a day.
So weird.
And I was like, what is going on? And it was like, when I was reading these messages, they were acting like they were, like we had talked before.
Okay, yeah.
It's very strange. And I was like, what the heck is going on? And then I saw like in some of these messages, they would say like, oh, I messaged you on Facebook. How come you're not answering me on Facebook?
Oh my God.
So I looked myself up on Facebook, and I don't have a Facebook account, but I found a profile that was using my photos, and the name was Natalie Lee, which is my full name, but it was spelled incorrectly.
Oh.
But I was like, okay, like, let me click on this profile. All my photos, and I could see how many friends they had and who. It was public, and it was like 2,000 men, just men.
Oh my God,
just like
2,000's a lot.
Men. Yeah, and she would post photos, and I could see the public comments, like people commenting on these photos. Whoever, I keep saying she, but like who knows who it was?
Yeah,
and yeah, so someone was like using my photos to scam men.
That's insane, because first of all, you don't get any of these perks, but she's using your pictures? How? Or her?
Yeah, whoever. Yeah, but it was so
wild.
Gross. And the captions were like, look at my sexy tits. And I was like, first of all, I was like, what tits? And it's like a photo of me in a bathing suit.
I'm done.
Okay, stop. I'm flatter than a table. But the crazy part is, whoever was using my photos photoshopped my chest to be bigger.
That's insane, because the audacity to first steal your pictures and then Photoshop you is insane.
Like, I wasn't even good enough.
That's so bad.
But then I'm not gonna lie, I was like,
no, I know, that's actually kind of flattering.
And I was like, wow, someone actually used my photos to scam
wow,
all these men. I was like,
pretty?
I was like, wow. I was like, am I good enough?
Stop it. That's actually really shady, though.
But I wasn't good enough in that much because she had to Photoshop my photos.
That's so wild. Don't lie to me. Did you send your address for some gifts? I'm just kidding.
I mean, did the thought cross my mind?
I was gonna say, out of the 500, what if he's like, I got you a Tesla?
No, it was just like so icky. I was like, what is going on? I just reported the profile though, and then it got shut down, I think like a week later.
Wait, was this pre-show or post-show?
This was post-show.
Oh, it was post-show.
Yeah.
That is ballsy, because you're clearly a public figure at that point.
That's how all these men found me.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
That's crazy, because there's probably so many men out there that fantasize about you.
Ew! Well, they fantasize about my photoshopped body.
Okay, well, yeah.
And
Natalie
guys,
with bigger tits.
I love a good Facetune. I love a good Photoshop once in a while. Look, I'm not above it.
Yeah,
Like, what are you gonna do? Like, I have insecurities too.
Everyone does.
Whoever had the scammy Facebook profile of me made my body look so crazy. I was so skinny. It was like all my photos just Photoshopped.
That's so funny.
Like,
you look at it and you're like, is that even me?
She even Photoshopped my own face in some of them. And I was like, she made my eyes bigger. And I was like, not too bad.
Listen, this wasn't personal. This is a business. And she had to get that money, honey. So, you know what? I'm just kidding. I don't condone that behavior. That's not good. That's not good.
I know Deepti's like, well, on the bright side of things.
No.
Is that nuts though?
No, that's actually not so. Wow. I'm glad you figured it out and shut it down.
It was pretty easy.
Yeah.
They weren't very smart about it.
That's why I'm like, if you're going to like scam people, like be smarter. Maybe that's not the tagline.
No, that's not the tagline.
I almost sounded like Ashley Madison. Life is short, have an affair.
Like, what a tagline though.
What a fucking tagline. And one of the guys that got interviewed for it, they were like, why did you do it? And he goes, well, they were right about the fact that life is short, so they have to be right about the fact that have an affair. I was like, that's the dumbest mentality I've ever heard.
It does get me really freaked out that 36 or 37 million people signed up for this, because I think it shows like how many people really do cheat.
Yeah.
I saw a study somewhere where I think it said like 1 out of 3 people in relationships cheat.
Yeah.
Or have the intention to cheat, which is insane.
No, it really is.
There's 2 of us in this room, and if there's another person, it could be that one person.
No, that's actually kind of insane to me, because obviously you and I would never, because we've been cheated on. We just are not wired that way. It does seem like predominantly it is more men who are on the website. But can I just say, I have a hot take on this. I feel like in the next 200, 300 years, open relationships, I think, are going to be way more common. I wouldn't say it would be a majority, but I feel like they're going to be, I don't even know. Again, I was thinking about that. I don't know if it's necessarily polygamy, because polygamy is like, oh, I'm going to be married to multiple people. I'm going to have a relationship with multiple people. Whereas an open relationship is, I'm going to be married or in a relationship with one person, but we're able to have sexual interactions with other people outside of our marriage. And I think that's going to become more common. Again, it's my hot take.
I feel like murders are going to go up if that's the case.
That's scary.
Because jealousy is a real thing, and jealousy makes some people crazy.
No, it does.
Well, anyways, if you haven't watched the Ashley Madison documentary, definitely do. Let us know your thoughts, because for me, it was kind of crazy. But speaking about relationships that are headed to the end, like the ones that we saw in Ashley Madison, J.Lo and Ben Affleck might be headed towards a separation, according to some sources.
For the what? The 100th time? I'm just kidding.
It would be their second. But anyways, there are rumors that J.Lo, Jennifer Lopez, and Ben don't live together right now. Yeah. So he moved out of their marital home. And neither are commenting on their relationship status. Yeah. So
interesting.
And he didn't attend the premiere for her new movie, Atlas.
Oh, I didn't know that he didn't attend.
Yeah. So he didn't attend for the 2 movie premieres.
Oh, that kind of is sad.
Yeah.
But honestly, when they announced that they got married, and so quickly after their relationships ended, I think it was like right after A-Rod that J.Lo got into this relationship with Ben. I was like,
I don't know like the timeline of when they recently started dating and got engaged, but they were previously engaged in the early 2000s. But they were previously engaged in the 2000s in 2002. Yeah. And they called off their wedding in 2003.
Yeah.
And then they, obviously got married in 2022. So a little less than 20 years later.
That's okay. Most would look at that and be like, oh, it just was about timing. They just needed, to go through life and then they'll come back together. But no, you guys, this is literally like, talk about marrying your back burner person. Like, how no matter what you do in life, you always have that person on the back burner that you go back to. Like, do not marry that person. There's a reason why you're not in a relationship with that person.
No,
like,
literally,
what is happening?
What I took from this is Don't get back with your ex.
Never. Like
even when 20 years has passed and you think that they have changed, just don't get back together with them.
No, like
in the past is in the past. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and especially if you're in Hollywood, like it's such a big deal. Like you're in the public eye. Like don't. It just is so messy. But can I just tell you, I don't know if you watched the roast of Tom Brady.
No, I didn't.
So tell me why. I had no idea.
On Netflix, right?
On Netflix. I had no idea that Ben Affleck was going to be a roaster, but he came on stage and he starts talking about social media, and he like kind of says, oh, like when me and Tom did the Dunkin' Donuts commercial, I looked at his social media and people were just like, you know, saying mean things on there, blah, blah, blah. But like as the speech went on, you could tell he's not talking about Tom Brady. Like that man is talking about JLo, because I don't think he cares enough about himself if people are talking about him on social media. But definitely that was about JLo. I was like, JLo, did you write this? Like, what happened? But basically, JLo is getting a lot of heat on social media.
Oh, I've seen. Yeah, a lot.
Do you remember that?
People are making fun of her.
It's so bad, especially the video of her like messing with her hair and being like, yeah, like I'm from Harlem?
Like, no, the Bronx. She's
the
like,
Bronx.
This reminds me of a time when I was just running around the Bronx. People are like, JLo.
And everyone's stitching it and making fun of her for it. And it sucks. It does suck. But like, she doesn't have a good reputation of being like nice. So people are just like going in on her. But you can tell that it's affecting her. So I think that he did that entire speech just to be like, you guys behind your keyboard warriors, if you saw me face to face, you wouldn't say shit to me, would you?
That's what he said?
No, that's literally basically what he said. You have to go watch that specific section.
Well, she said that her initial split from Ben back in the early 2000s, it was caused by like just like the media and people talking about them.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So she's definitely like someone who gets impacted by the comment. And that's something that Ben also said too at one point of like, you know, like I think JLo is very aware of what people say about her.
Yeah.
But there was a source that said the biggest issue in their relationship right now is she has a hard time feeling satisfied. So this year alone, she came out with a new album. She also came out with a self-financed movie and then also a self-financed documentary.
Can I just tell you, all three of them are so bad. I watched a clip from her movie.
No, I know. I've seen the
and
feedback.
She's like, oh, it was so bad. I was like, what is happening here? Honestly, it's interesting that celebrities look at social media, because I feel like when you're at the status that Ben Affleck and JLo are, like, I wouldn't give a shit about reading comments or like being in that space. I'd just be like, damn, I'm making so much money. Like, I'm going to try to live a happy life, like away from that. But it humanizes them so much to me, because I'm like, Ben, are you reading?
Oh, Pedro Pascal did a lie detector test.
Yeah.
And he said that when he's feeling down, he goes to look at his fan accounts.
Oh, for a little boost.
Yeah, for a little boost.
See, people like him.
No,
JLo, I'm like, that okay, strategy won't work for you, honey.
But listen to like how we felt when our show came out. I think we looked at comments in the beginning and we had to like teach ourselves to get out of it.
Yeah.
For like a little bit I wouldn't say validation per se, but to get an idea like what people are thinking about you.
Yeah. No, totally. And especially like you said, she has an album out. She produced her own like film, and she has a documentary. So like when you're putting out new projects, you obviously want to see what the feedback is. So I understand it.
Or someone's going to tell you.
Yeah. Like I feel like I'd be like, oh, hey, like I'm sure she has a whole team to be reading that stuff, because when we like were in the public eye more, I was like more attention was on us. Yeah, we definitely felt so good about the positive comments we were getting, but the negative ones, even just 1 out of 10, were the ones that like impacts you the most.
Like I thought I was funny until I saw the comments where people are like, you have the worst sense of humor.
Shut
and
up.
I was like, oh, so I don't have like a universally well-liked sense of humor, eh?
You're not like the let me sit here and tell you a joke funny. You're like a sarcastic
no,
whatever.
People were like, you're abusive and mean. And I was like, oh. I was like, sorry.
That's because they don't know you. I'm going to vouch for you. You are funny.
Someone told me they're like.
I'm just kidding.
And I was like, okay. I was like, bring me down 2 more notches. I was like, humble me right now.
Listen,
I've never been so humbled until our show came out.
Yeah. See, this is why I don't proclaim to be funny, even though in my head I think I'm very funny. But
everyone thinks they're funny.
100%. But I am only the funniest. I
make myself laugh 10 times a day.
Same. Yeah. Why are the veggies talking back to you? Because
no, literally, I was like I'll do my makeup and I'll like mess up, and then I'll do like something funny. Like if I mess up, I'll like rub it and be like, ah, like I'll laugh at myself. Is that crazy?
A little bit. I'm just laughing through the pain. I'm just kidding. No, I think it's interesting too how like specific people bring out the funny in you. Like my sister laughs at everything I do. I'm like, I am the best comedian to her. I'm like, I love you so much. You laugh at everything I say. Doesn't land the same with some others.
Just doesn't land with the Love is Blind crowd,
not,
you know?
Not too much.
Just really doesn't.
But honestly, that's crazy. I feel like they're heading for a divorce, Ben and JLo.
I honestly hope that they don't, because I think that if they stay together, well, because listen, look, I know we were joking. We're like, don't get back with your exes or your back burner option.
No,
like,
really
don't be a frozen pizza. Yes, I agree with that statement. But you hope that their love story is the one that like proves everyone wrong. Like people change after 20 years and you could really make it work.
No.
You just got to wait for them.
Nope. Not J.Lo and Ben Affleck can't be that example for you. Like absolutely not. They're a little scary to me.
Like I'd be like, look, who said you can't wait 20 years for someone to change?
Honestly, I'm team Jennifer Gardner. So honestly.
Oh, his ex-wife?
Yeah, his ex-wife.
No, she's great too. But I mean, I don't wish like divorce or separation on anyone. Like I hope that they do work out, but I would want them to, because I love a good love story like that. A little cycle just took a little long time to get there, 20 years.
Yeah, but if they're announcing that they're separated, I don't think they're
not announcing.
Good. I feel like you're right. They did not announce, but from the looks of it, I don't know. Yeah, I think they just have to do what's best for their mental health. Because listen, have you seen all the little clips of them together at award shows and just like out in public?
I know
Ben looks miserable.
No, he's constantly like, you could tell like he's frustrated and she's frustrated.
Yeah.
Like, it's bad when you're public figures and you can't keep your like private problems out of the camera.
Like you can't pretend for 3 hours that you are happy.
Yeah,
like,
no, literally.
Remember when he would like touch her and she'd be like, stop touching me. Those videos give me life, dude.
Maybe that's their humor. I feel like if I had a partner.
No, only Natalie likes this because she'd probably be doing the same thing, but she truly loves it.
I do it. No, literally.
No, but
I hope they work out though.
I don't. Oh. They look so miserable. But I want them to do what's best for them,
Oh, I love that. You know what? Me too.
See? Yeah.
If being together is what's best for them, I hope they stay together. But if it's not, I hope they amicably go their separate ways.
Wow, we are so diplomatic on this podcast. I love it.
No, I feel like we have to be diplomatic these days, because I feel like the older I get, I'm slowly becoming a Karen.
What?
Like, when we were younger and we'd see like our parents or like older people like freak out about stuff, like make a scene, and we're like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
I'm becoming those older people.
Oh my gosh.
So I was at Target the other day and I bought these burgers, packaged burgers, and there's a coupon from the brand and it was all like, buy one, get one free. And I was like, okay, like I'm going to grab two. Okay. And I check out and I was like, hey, like, can I scan this coupon that was on this burger? It's buy one, get one free. And they try to scan it and they're like, hey, it's not in our system. Like, so the coupon doesn't work.
Yeah.
And they're like, so sorry, it doesn't work. And I was like, try again.
Oh my gosh.
So they try again. They're like, it's not in our system. Sorry. They're like, do you still want the second burger or do you want me to put it back? And I was like, wait. I was like, you have a product in your store that has a coupon that is not in the system.
Oh my God.
And I was like, can you just give me the burger? Yeah. Like, or do I have to wait for it to be in the system? Like, how do you get the coupon in the system? Yeah. They're like, oh yeah, we have to like put it in the system at some point, but I don't have the ability to do that. So like, let me know if you want, like, okay, mind you, these are cheap ass burgers. Like they were like $2.50 each.
Oh my God.
So I'm fighting right now over $2.50.
I've never been more disappointed.
Same. But I couldn't let it go. I was just like, there has to be an easy solution to this.
I'm done.
Like, instead of me just not buying this extra burger, like, there's got to be a solution. And I was all like, well, I was like, can you just put the coupon in the system? And she goes, well, no, I don't have the ability. And I was like, can I speak to your manager?
Oh my God. Oh my. No.
I mean, I was very kind, but I was like, definitely, like, she was like, what the fuck? Just like, let it go.
Yeah.
And she was young. And so I felt extra
Yeah,
bad.
you're probably
then
talking to like a 17-year-old cashier.
And my ego could not let it go. I was like, I need this extra burger for free. Like, I need it, okay?
This reminds me of my mom when she used to do that, and I would walk away. I'd be like, this is so embarrassing. I got to go.
So the manager comes. She's like, okay, what's the problem? And I was like, hi, this burger had a coupon on it from the brand, but I'm being told that the coupon isn't in the system, so I can't get the deal, the buy one, get one free. She goes, oh yeah, it's not in the system. Like, these are new. It's probably like something we got this morning. It was just stocked. And I was like, can you get it in the system? She goes, oh no, I don't have the ability. We typically do it. I forgot what the process was. Like that, I was just like frustrated and angry. And I was like, well, can I just have like the free burger? Can you like do something?
Oh my God, Natalie.
And then finally she was like, okay, sure. Like,
she's like, anything to get you out of my store.
Literally. And then so I got it. But this whole interaction was probably like 10, 15 minutes. And I was like, I can't believe I wasted 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
For $2.50.
That's
for a free burger.
Yeah.
Burger patty. Wait, let me make it. It was a burger patty. Burger patty.
I'm really proud of you for self-reflecting on this moment and being like, yeah, you were being
on my walk home from Target, I was like, why am I like this?
No, really, why?
Why did I almost lose my cool over $2.50?
The poor people.
A raw burger patty. Why?
The poor people standing behind you in line being like, I'm going to have to move lanes.
That's the crazy thing. It's like there was someone behind me and she did move lanes.
Yep.
Because she was like, this isn't being resolved anytime soon. The moment I was like, let me talk to your manager.
Yeah.
Like, get your manager. The woman behind me was like, this is going to be way too long. And I saw her move.
I would check Reddit to see if anyone recognized you and put the story out there. They're like, I just saw Natalie from Love is Blind fighting for $2.50 on a burger.
And I was like, you know, a piece of me was like mortified, but then a piece of me was like, I deserve this. Like, this is like, of course, like if there's a coupon on a product that has to be used, why wouldn't it be in your system?
Yeah.
Like it's a product in your store. But then I thought how crazy I was. And I realized the older I get, like, yeah, like now little things like that, I'm like, I won't let shit go. Yeah,
you're prepping for momhood, because I remember back in the day going grocery shopping or any shopping with my mom, and she would literally be coupon on coupon, and it would be so embarrassing. I mean, like, I get it. Like, life was expensive, so coupon away. I'd be like, I'm going to be waiting in the car. No, I literally like, give me the car key, I'm leaving.
If that was my mom, I'd be like, Mom, just let it go. Like,
no,
stop.
Really.
And now that I'm older and by myself and doing my own thing, I'm like, wow, you know what? I'm evolving into a Karen.
Yeah.
And now I really empathize with Karens.
That's a bold statement.
Not all Karens, but some Karens, I'm like, you asked for the manager, I know why.
Yeah, you're not as on the Karen spectrum. I would place you like
very
on
mild.
the low. Yeah,
mild.
Like
I'm still very kind about it. I won't ever like yell or raise my voice.
I don't know
like,
if the manager said no. I don't know what would have happened.
I know. I'd be like, give me my $2.50. I'm gonna make a scene. I'm gonna flip this cashier.
By the time you even get it, the burgers are like thawed, and you're literally like, shit, I'm throwing this away.
No, I'm on the very, very low end, but
yeah.
Things like small things like that, I do like fight for when it's not worth the money or time.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't I just let her put it back?
I don't know. Ask yourself this question, Natalie. Natalie Lee.
We're just gonna end this podcast episode right now. So if anyone can relate, or if you think that I am becoming a Karen, please let us know. DM us at our Instagram page at Out of the Bots.
And make sure you guys leave a review and subscribe.
See you next Wednesday as a Karen.
Bye.